Coming up next on A Current Affair, the Von Erichs of wrestling and the death grip that has taken 5 sons' lives.
Tonight's news update brought to you by Midas. It's the Midas way, the way it should be. Tonight, killer sharks swarm surfers in Hamptons, wild falcons saved by New York's bravest, and give a salute to the subway hero. Tonight on Fox 5.
This man is going from rags...
Merry Christmas! Thank you very much!
...to riches.
I believe I can hang out with you fellas for a little while.
While this man is going to the dogs.
Freeze, slime ball!
Eddie Murphy. Dan Aykroyd. Trading Places. Tonight at 8 on Fox 5.
He claimed to be one person. She found out he was someone else.
He was whining and dining on other women's money.
Are you a victim of mail fraud? Tomorrow on Good Day New York.
Love to say no, no, no. Love to say no, no, no.
Buy this roomy Dodge Spirit and make no monthly payments till September. Plus get $1,000 cash back.
No, no, no.
Dodge Spirit. Imagine 6-passenger seating for under $11,100 and make no monthly payments till September.
Love to say no, no. Love to say no.
No monthly payments on Spirit till September. No kidding.
No, no, no.
The Montel Williams Show, tomorrow at 5, only on Fox 5.
The Von Erichs were kings of the wrestling ring.
Ultimately, the empire was destined for disaster.
But one by one, son by son, 5 brothers have gone to an early grave.
Lord, please don't take any more of my children.
Now, for the first time, a father and his only surviving son talk about the death grip that has squeezed the life out of their loved ones.
I've been a big brother all my life, and now I'm not even a brother.
You feel alone? Yeah, I cry. I guess pretty regularly.
Exclusive, wrestling's doomed dynasty. Hello, everyone. I'm Maureen O'Boyle. Welcome to A Current Affair for this Monday, May 17th. When it comes to the Von Erichs, never has one family suffered so much. Just 3 months ago, 33-year-old Carrie Von Erich took his own life, marking the 5th death in this tragic family of world-class wrestlers. Tonight, for the first time, John Johnston talks to the head of this ill-fated household and his only surviving son about the dark cloud that has constantly followed wrestling's doomed dynasty.
Whoa, now the Von Erichs have it all worked out.
They are superheroes company.
We used to hear about Frank Sinatra and the girls screaming and hollering, and this was the way they did with the Von Erich boys.
Ultimately, the empire was destined for disaster.
The Von Erichs, the royal family of wrestling, with Father Fritz as the king of the ring, and each of his sons waiting in line to take over the throne.
Each of these boys,
There they are.
and this one, are gonna be world heavyweight champions.
Well, we got 5 of them.
I'm dedicating my life to it.
Before there was Hulk Hogan, before there was Ric Flair, there was Fritz Von Erich. He was the consummate bad guy, the guy people loved to hate. Fritz was famous for his iron claw hold. He'd clasp his gigantic hands around his opponent's head and squeeze until he drew blood. But critics say somewhere along the way, Fritz lost his grip on reality, and somehow the lives of the people that meant the most to him, his sons, slipped right through his fingers.
Ever said a prayer without ending it by saying, Lord, please don't take any more of my children?
You know, it might look pretty bad. I mean, a lot of people may think I came from a dysfunctional family because my little brothers are all dead now. But really, I didn't. It was a great childhood.
Kevin Von Erich should know. He's the last of a dying dynasty, the only surviving son of the 6 Fritz once had. Jackie, David, Michael, and Chris, all dead before their 26th birthday. And just 3 months ago, they lost Carrie.
What went so tragically wrong?
God, I wish I could answer that. We lived dangerous. Maybe that was it. I mean, not dangerous, maybe kind of reckless.
I felt like there had to be some reason for all this, or it kept happening. But as far as a curse or anything like that goes, I can't swallow that.
In the history of wrestling, who would you say is the greatest wrestler of all time?
Bill Mercer announced the Von Erich matches during their heyday.
That's a wrestler, don't you think? Now, what do you think the answer's going to be there?
I would say Fritz Von Erich. He was one of the most exciting, most hated villains in wrestling back in those days. Fritz Von Erich, the Iron Claw, and he devastated people.
The dynasty began with Fritz's role as the German bomber.
Wrestlers told me that they hated to wrestle Fritz because he was such a hard-handed person.
Oh, did you see Fritz Von Erich, and the master of the Iron Claw, catches Joe Blanchard coming off the rope and is applying the Iron Claw to him right now.
People ask you, is this real or is this not? With Fritz, everything was real.
Outside the ring, this evil villain was Jack Atkinson, an all-American good guy who married his college sweetheart, Doris.
After the matches, I guess Jack Atkinson then. I was a father, loved my children, loved my wife, loved my home.
The Atkinsons had humble beginnings in Niagara Falls, New York, but it was there they discovered life's greatest treasures. Jackie, their firstborn son, his father's namesake and pride and joy. A joy that would be short-lived, but a horror that would haunt Fritz Von Erich 4 more times in his lifetime. At just 7 years old, Jackie was killed, electrocuted in a freak accident. That was a cold, gray day back in 1959.
You know, excuse me, I can't talk about this day, but I've been a little bit emotional. But I remember that it was such a helpless feeling that I shoved my hand through the windshield.
He wanted to die, and because he was suffering inside, and every time he got in the ring, he took it out on whoever that opponent was. He didn't care.
Kevin doesn't remember much about his brother Jackie. His fondest memories are the carefree days he spent growing up with his 4 younger brothers when the family moved to Dallas, Texas.
I lived in a paradise, a completely innocent childhood. I didn't have anything to worry about except having fun. My brother's the same way.
I only know that my children were good, healthy boys. They were raised properly, I think. Raised a lot of love, and they were raised with discipline.
Critics claimed there was too much discipline, that the man who's known for the Iron Claw ruled his family with an iron fist.
I love those boys, and they love me. That doesn't mean that when they were out of line, they didn't get their panties torn up, because they did.
But his sons maintain Fritz's firm hand, mixed with his soft heart, is what forged them into world champions, who even had their own TV show.
To my brothers and I, my dad is a man's man. He's a man that will never go back on his word. When he tells somebody something, that's the way it is.
Fritz told his boys they'd be champions when they followed him into the ring, and one by one they rose to the top. But with the glory came the pressure, and at what seemed to be the height of their careers, the Von Erich boys began following one another into the grave.
When we come back, Fritz Von Erich relives how death came calling over and over again.
I was just in another world. I couldn't believe it. He was gone.
The fame, the fortune, and the family that has lost all but one son next.
Sizzler's salad bar's gone international. From Chinese chicken salad to shrimp Louis pasta. One of the best salad bars in town just went world class with all new favorites. And to top them off, German Black Forest cake sundaes at the dessert bar. Take our world tour from just $5.99 at lunch to $7.99 dinner.
Power seat back. Airbag.
What are you up to, Jill?
Oh, well, right now, Jim, if you buy a base Buick Century, you get a lot of equipment at no extra charge.
Well, let's see. Air conditioning, automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, power door locks, AM/FM stereo, tilt wheel, delay wipers, power seat back recliners, airbag.
All at no extra charge, Jim.
That's great, Jill. And there's low financing, too.
Yes, but for a limited time, Jim. So test drive the safest family sedan on the road, a Buick Century, because right now it's quality
and convenience
you can definitely afford.
When you need second mortgage money, there's only one phrase you need to hear.
Got some good news. Your loan's been approved.
You need it fast, with a monthly payment that leaves you cash to spare.
I've got great news. Your loan was approved.
That's great. Call Personal Mortgage Corporation today and find out about our rates, whether you have good credit or even if you've had credit problems in the past. Call 1-800-DIAL-PMC right now. Personal Mortgage Corporation. When it comes to second mortgages, we approve.
You're yellow.
What'd you say?
Your mustard is yellow.
So?
Don't be yellow about your mustard. Gould's Spicy Brown has some bite. Gould's is not just another hot dog mustard. Gould's has got 8 different spices to give it some bite. Now go on, try that. Don't be yellow about your mustard. Gould's is mustard with bite.
You're yellow.
On TV, the world-class wrestling Von Erich brothers seemed to have it all. But behind the fame and fortune, something dark was lurking in the shadows. Something that took these strapping young men out of the limelight forever. John Johnston continues his exclusive report on wrestling's doomed dynasty.
David Von Erich has beaten the world champion. And Michael Von Erich wins his professional wrestling debut. Fritz Von Erich tackle him here. Carrie Von Erich is the new world heavyweight champion. No doubt about it.
Inside the ring, the Von Erichs seemed to be invincible. Young, strong, handsome, and the fans loved them. But what the fans didn't know is that outside the ring, the Atkinsons were wrestling with reality. And one by one, each would take a fall.
It just seemed that there was a controlling negative providence that said, okay, you've had the glory, now let's see if you can handle the pain.
The pain that dropped Fritz Von Erich to the mat with the death of his first son, Jackie, in 1959, came looking for a rematch in 1984. 4 times in the next 10 years, Fritz's family would fight death, an opponent they could not beat. The first to die was his 25-year-old son, David, nicknamed the Yellow Rose of Texas. He was mysteriously found dead on the floor of a hotel room while wrestling in Tokyo. The official cause of death was an intestinal disorder.
I went to my knees, just like someone had knocked my knees out from under me. And I was in another world. I couldn't believe that my boy David was no longer here.
In 1984, when Dave died, part of me did die, you know, and I lost like part of my heart, I feel like it.
It seemed like all of Dallas loved David Von Erich. The funeral procession stretched 5 miles across the Lone Star State. It was a hero send-off, complete with its own ballad.
Heaven needed a champion.
But critics who know the ropes inside the wrestling arena maintain David's death might not be so squeaky clean. Dave Meltzer, who publishes the Wrestling Observer, has gotten reports that another wrestler on the scene when David's body was found flushed drugs down the toilet.
It was a marketing thing. He died a hero's death when, in fact, if the drug story is true, which most people seem to believe, you know, that's not a hero's death in most people's eyes.
Despite this controversy, the Von Erichs will always be heroes. Just 1 month after David's death, 43,000 screaming fans turned out at Texas Stadium as Carrie stepped back into the ring to wrestle for the World Championship title in his dead brother's name.
So I guess you can imagine the weight that was on my shoulders at the time, because I had to take that World Heavyweight title. My brother David died. That was his dream.
This event is for the World Heavyweight title. Carrie's got it. Here's the Nelson pin. 2, 3! The dreams come true! Yes! Carrie Von Erich is the new World Heavyweight champion. What a thrill it is for me to say that. The Yellow Rose in honor of Brother David, who I know has a smile on his face at this very moment.
At this very moment, the Von Erichs seemed to be back on top of the world. Although Carrie was wearing the championship belt, it was Mike who would step in to fill David's shoes and become the newest member of the Von Erich tag team.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome to Reunion Arena for his first professional wrestling bout, Mike Von Erich.
They told me to expect some pain. I had a big spot still.
But it would be obvious 3 years later that Mike felt he had not lived up to the Von Erich mystique. After a near-fatal bout with the rare disease toxic shock syndrome, Mike quit fighting for good. He crawled into a sleeping bag and took his own life with an overdose of Placidil near the family ranch. That was in April of 1987. Mike was just 23 years old.
The note from Mike was strictly to his mother. And it said something to the effect that, Mom, you've been great. I'll be waiting for you and with my brothers.
Chris was really close with Mike. And Chris was he idolized Mike, wanted to do everything Mike did.
Chris followed Mike's footsteps right into the grave. Chris was the baby of the family. His growth was stunted, and he was weakened by asthma as a child. And at 5'5", he was a heavyweight at heart, but a lightweight in the ring. On October 12, 1991, Chris put a 9mm pistol to his head and pulled the trigger. He was just 21 years old.
Chris never thought that he could measure up.
No, never thought that he could, and all he wanted to do was be a professional wrestler. He was just not going to be there for him, and Chris really down deep inside knew it.
As much as Chris didn't have the God-given talents, Carrie was truly blessed. With a body like Adonis, the charisma of a rock star, and the staying power that would surpass any of his brothers.
The chant. Go, Carrie, go.
While Carrie Von Erich truly enjoyed the public lust, few knew about the private demons he harbored inside. Carrie Atkinson was wrestling with cocaine addiction and losing. His marriage with his wife, Chris, was also on the ropes. A combination of blows which put him in the same death grip that brought his brothers down. Just 3 months ago, Carrie put a bullet through his own heart and left his family grappling with pain once again. His death would reveal the biggest secret of all about the modern-day warrior.
But what no one knew up till now, it's never been revealed that Carrie, when he had that bad wreck back in early 1986, he lost his foot. He's been wrestling all these years with a prosthesis.
This was Fritz the day Carrie died this past February. 3 months later, he took us back to the spot on his ranch where he found Carrie's body.
But I was urgently trying to find that boy.
It had to be running through your mind, oh no, not again.
When I couldn't find him anywhere else. Remember that this one glove laying here and that Jeep was right there. I just almost knew Carrie had done it.
When you found Carrie, what ran through your mind at that time?
My baby's gone. Just, I was just in another world. I couldn't believe it. He was gone.
Is there ever a time when you feel all alone?
Feel all alone? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I had a lot of brothers dying. You feel alone, sure. My dad feels alone. My mother feels alone.
When you look at Kevin now, today, do you look at him any differently?
Quite differently. The only son I have left. And naturally, I'm praying to this, and we're going to have that boy.
In a moment, the Von Erichs talk about the shocking end to this family of fame.
Nothing could hurt us in the ring or outside. I mean, we really believe that.
And the last surviving son looks at his future as a wrestler and a father.
Is that something in the future for him, you think?
Well, it could be if that's what he wants.
To hopeful young singers, the ad looks like a dream come true, but the job description changes once you're overseas.
You're supposed to sleep with them, and that's how you're going to make your money.
Now Inside Edition takes you inside a crime ring that makes many young girls wish they never left home.
Next at 7:30, immediately following A Current Affair.
He claimed to be one person. She found out he was someone else.
He was whining and dining on other women's money.
Are you a victim of mail fraud? Tomorrow on Good Day New York.
Carol Wright knows paying the family bills can be a nerve-wracking experience. And Carol Wright knows how children can outgrow their clothes right before your eyes. She also knows how difficult it can be to balance your budget. That's why Carol Wright helps your family save money by sending you valuable coupons. Watch for spectacular savings in the mail from someone who knows. Carol Wright.
That's fine.
Since I began talking about power moves from PSE&G, people always ask the same question. PJ, what's your favorite power move? Here's one I really like. It's using compact fluorescent light bulbs. They last 10 times longer than standard bulbs, can cut your lighting costs by 2/3, and help the environment. PSE&G offers dozens of money-saving moves, and they're all easier than that.
Sex was a game to her. The hottest erotic thriller is coming home.
It's not a crime to be a beautiful woman.
There's nothing wrong with admitting that you want me.
She's a killer. Body of evidence.
I'm hard to resist.
I'm afraid of loving you.
One of the best films of the decade is now available on video cassette and Laserdisc. The Lover.
It's Lucille Roberts. Get it all for only $15.25 per year, 2-year registration. For only $15.25 per year, you get it all. Aerobics, step classes, computerized diet and exercise programs. Saunas, whirlpools, unlimited visits, Stairmasters, latest equipment, and more. Lucille Roberts, sale ends Tuesday. For only $15.25 per year, you get it all. Aerobics, step classes, computerized diet and exercise programs. Saunas, whirlpools, unlimited visits, Stairmasters, latest equipment, and more. Lucille Roberts, sale ends Tuesday.
Grand opening Bayside, Steinway Street, Astoria, and Parkchester.
One haunting question still remains. How can a father and son go on after death has taken away 5 people they loved? John Johnston finds out why they still see a ray of hope through all the blackness of wrestling's doomed dynasty.
Right, a triple drop kick. Whoa.
It's not like wrestling convinced us that we were invincible. It wasn't like that. It was more like nothing could hurt us in the ring or outside. I mean, we really believed that.
The veil of invincibility that seemed to protect the Von Erichs in the wrestling ring has been ripped away by reality.
God, buddy, Kevin. 24 years ago. Thought it might make a hell of a keepsake.
The foundation of family Fritz Von Erich once cemented with the hands of his children in this slab has been replaced with headstones. 5 of his 6 sons dead, and his wife of 42 years has left him.
I never blamed my wife, and she never blamed me. But now she blames me. She says now that I'm the responsible for the death of all my children.
You can't blame him. I didn't come from a dysfunctional family. You just can't blame. And it's cruel too. It's cruel to say that to to a man that you're responsible for the deaths of your son. That's ridiculous.
Kevin Von Erich, the sole surviving son, is once again trying to pick up the pieces, raising a family with 4 children of his own.
This is heaven on earth, really. I mean, what more could I ask for? Can't let loneliness get too big of a monster, but sure, it's there. And my brothers are gone, and there's no way that we're going to wrestle tag teams or anything like that again, and so life goes on, so be it. Here we are.
I notice he's got tape on his wrists.
Oh, yeah.
Is that something in the future for him, do you think?
Well, it could be if that's what he wants.
Is there any sadness in it, though, that if you're the last one, the legend of the Von Erichs in wrestling is over?
Of course, I'm sad that my brothers are gone, yeah. I've been a big brother all my life, and now I'm not even a brother.
When you sit alone at night now, and you think about 5 of 6 of your children gone, you feel alone?
Yeah, I cry. I guess pretty regularly. It washes over you real often. Terrible going.
We consider every day we live to be a blessing, and we're thankful that for every day we have together. We're a real close family. We do everything we can together, and there's nothing can ever come between the Von Erichs. We're too tight.
Well, the last remaining Von Erich, Kevin, is still an international star, but he only wrestles charity events here in the United States. We'll be back in a moment.
My daughter can spot a cute boy at 150 yards. It's finding a tomato that gives her trouble.
Whirlpool thinks anybody should be able to find anything they need in a refrigerator.
If I hear, "Where's the ketchup?" one more time, I'll scream.
Don't scream. This Whirlpool refrigerator has see-through bins, shelves that slide, and up-front lighting.
I like to see my kids fend for themselves.
Whirlpool, how to make a home run.
Here it is, the best secret roll-on ever. Now the active ingredient has a higher concentration of what keeps you drier. Secret's still pH balanced. It just works harder. Hangs in there, like you. Strong enough for a man. Now keeps a woman even drier.
How much pressure can you put on the tip of a nail before it breaks?
Skin Science Update.
At Vaseline Intensive Care Research, they've developed a hand and nail formula that makes nails 30% stronger.
From intensive research comes intensive care.
Hi, I'm Jim Palmer. Thinking about refinancing your home? Even if you've been late on some payments in the past, you can still refinance your first mortgage and get today's low rates at the Money Store. Because the Money Store looks at your total credit picture. They won't automatically disqualify you for some late payments. And you can apply by phone with no application fee. So even if you've been late on some payments, you can still refinance your first mortgage. Call the Money Store at 1-800-945-8189.
Welcome to Roy Rogers, where the chickens come home to roast. Right now, get a quarter roaster with cornbread and your choice of 2 sides for just $2.99. Or feed a family of 4 with 4 quarters, cornbread, and your choice of 2 large sides for just $9.99. Take them back to the nest. Have a wing-ding. Roy's Roasters, the chicken that rules the roost.
And here's the wind-up. 5 of the 10 best-selling cars and trucks in America are at your Tri-State Quality Ford dealer. And a pitch. Now get Grand Slam savings on every car and truck in stock. Get $500 cash back on a first-place Ford Taurus, the #1 selling car in America. Buy now and save a total of $1,200. And the call is, you better hurry. The Grand Slam sales event is only for a limited time. See your Tri-State Quality Ford dealer today.
Tomorrow on A Current Affair, a family's fight to put their former son-in-law behind bars.
Jim and Bonnie Cretan's beautiful young daughter was gunned down by her crazed husband.
We've lost our daughter.
And now they fear he may get away with murder.
There is no justice in our court system.
He could be the last man in his state to walk free by pleading insanity.
The system needs to be tore apart. How can judges do these kind of things?
The Cretans think that's the law gone mad. Their gripping story on the next A Current Affair.
That story and much more Tuesday. And that's all for tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maureen O'Boyle. Hope to see you back here tomorrow for the next A Current Affair. Good night.
You wore the family name with pride. Boldly you went forward. Did the things a lesser man might not have ever done. A tornado from the Texas plains. You came and changed our lives. Now you're gone. With the Lone Star State emblazoned on your battle togs, proclaiming you a native son with strength and love and pride. You're the morning star that shined for one brief moment in eternity, and all too soon God called you to his side. Heaven needed a champion. That's why he took you. Heaven needed a champion. But God knows we need you too.
Swimmers beware. Killer sharks swarm surfers in Hampton Bays. Bridgeport's blockade. Drug-ridden city puts